Final. I know they call him Noel. Yeah, look at this. Dude, look at the Signerds, like, graphics. Again, for a PSP, probably not as groundbreaking. On the PS1, though, basically looking the same. It looks pretty breathtaking. So, as you can see, we have basically freedom. However, we're going to go to Centropolis and get our 8th character, and then we're going to probably indulge in some private actions and some side stuff, because we have basic freedom for now. Because this is our airship, essentially. But again, for now, we're going to go to Centropolis and get our 8th character first. Oh, this is Fun City. Fun City's where they have the arena. We're going to do that. Maybe not right now, but we'll do it. Oh, there's the, that's probably the final dungeon, I think. If it's not accessible. This is one of the dungeons. But now we're just going back to... We're just going back to Centropolis for now. Basically, we can do, like, everything except the post-game. Essentially. But first, let's go back to Mayor Null. And also, I think there's our 8th character we can recruit because we found her ID card. Can I get her now, or do I have to wait for the next story event? I don't remember. We're gonna go find out. I wish Star Ocean 3 had this kind of flight. Yeah. Star Ocean 3 doesn't really have any kind of fast travel. It's just like you go to Gemini and you travel back to Ellicor 2 or any other planet. So that's kind of like, again, it's a minor thing, but I wish Star Ocean 3 had some kind of fast travel. It just makes backtracking annoying too. Especially in the post-game. You're doing it a lot in the post-game.
Who are you?
You're Chisato Madison, aren't you?
Well, yes. How did you know my name?
We found your business card in the Cave of Crimson Crystals.
Oh, I dropped it, huh?
So tell us, why are you following us around all the time?
Well, why do you think? You're the great hero sallying forth to slay the 10 wise men. I'm just covering your beat. Haven't you noticed the publicity you've been getting? Every man, woman, and child on need is following your story right now.
Most of your channel points, but you don't have emotes. Most of your channel points are about emotes, is what you're trying to say? I mean, I don't really have anything else to use channel points on. I really do want to get working on commissioning some emotes. I gotta just get some ideas, but it is kind of in the works. I'm gonna get more emotes. If you're saying I need to use my channel points for anything more than emotes, I've got no idea what, so that probably won't change.
That still doesn't mean you have to go sneaking around monster territory by yourself like that.
If chat has some ideas, go ahead, shoot. I've got nothing, and if I ever think of something, I'll probably do it, maybe, but... You know. One day, one day.
Are you kidding me? I'm a crusader for the truth.
No
monster could possibly withstand my burning passion for the story.
I hate that face you're making.
Are you sure about that?
Add a choose game for 100k points? I could do that. That'd be interesting. I would probably have... Oh, I could do like a poll. We could do polls like that, maybe. That'd be interesting. I'm not gonna have people choose a random game. You think I'm that foolish? Specifically, Raptor? People are gonna choose Dawn of the New World. I did say that if people paid actual subs or something, I would play Dawn of the New World. But I would not play that of my own will. I'm just saying it's funny? Not really. I've only been affiliate for like a year at this point, give or take, so like I never really thought... I'm not really a long-term streamer. I've been streaming for like 2 years, but I've only been affiliate for like a year, so I'm just like I haven't thought of channel points yet.
Of course not. I'm just joking. I may not look it, but I've got a black belt in the Jingu martial arts. My hands are lethal weapons.
Really? Neat.
I couldn't stay with you guys unless I could defend myself a little, you know.
What? So wait, you're gonna keep following us?
Well, duh. I've got to find out how your story ends.
But it's dangerous.
Who are you, Magilu? Find out how our story ends?
Oh, it's all right. I'm more than capable of taking care of myself.
Yes, join us.
In that case, why don't you just join us?
Huh?
You're going to be tailing us anyway, aren't you, Chisato? We might as well make it a little easier for you.
Well, sure, but are you sure it's okay?
Sure, we're sure. We'd feel a lot more at ease that way, too.
In that case, I'd be happy to accept your offer.
Dude, your voice sounds so familiar. Oh, who is it? It's at the tip of my tongue.
Well, you heard him, boss. Is it okay if I go on assignment for a while?
Brilliant! As long as you keep your deadlines, you can go anywhere you want for all I care.
Absolutely.
Oh, whoa, that's quite a portrait change. Final party member. Just get a game over right now? Why is my chat like this? You're all great, but why are you like this? You could do sound alerts for 1K channel points? Sound alerts. Interesting. I don't get what you mean by that, but maybe. So, we have all our party members. Chisato is here. She's level 40. I'm using her immediately so we can catch her up. I love playing as Chisato. Her killer moves are pretty great, and I like playing as her. So I'm gonna probably be playing as her for most of the game. Her, Claude, and Opera are gonna be the ones I play as the most. I think Gale Somersault is better than Roaring Cartwheel. Alright, then we can go talk to the mayor. I wasn't sure if they would let us get Chisato before the story event, but they do. I'm trying to think, I want to bring in Celine and Leon at some point. She is really low level. I will use them again. Poor Celine. Listen, man, there's no bench XP. And there's you can only use 4. It's not easy to balance. I'll use them again at some point. I will.
Welcome back. I hear you found your Synod.
Yep. Took a couple false starts, though.
Oh, Raptor, you're almost at 300k points? Pog. Wild. You would do that. You would make me play a Dawn of the New World just to spite me. And honestly, again, the game really, really sucks, but if people actually, like, pay money, if there's gonna be a fan base, I'll do it, I guess. I can be broken. I'm more likely to do that with a game I played than I am to a game I haven't played, by the way.
Well, splendid. This is no time to be resting on our laurels, however. I'll need you to find and acquire the source of Need's energy as quickly as possible.
The source of Need's energy?
Precisely. It's time for you all to understand the source of Need's energy. In other words, the nature of symbology. The nature of symbology is one step above your traditional symbology. It is the power that we wield as Needians, that you must combine with the latent powers inside your own bodies. That, I believe, is the only method we have to defeat the 10 Wise Men. As much as I'm ashamed to admit it, even if we as Needians had every drop of our own power at our fingertips, I fear it would still not be enough to create a force that could overcome our enemy.
So what should we do exactly?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. About Dawn of the New World, I'm setting up like a barrier, right? I'm setting up a really hard barrier, not hard necessarily. I'm setting up a really high barrier to be like, oh, I'm never gonna play the game of my own will because I don't like it. But I'm setting up a realistic, but also not super like likely barrier for it. It's almost like I know that very little people are actually gonna pay money because people know I don't like the game. And trust me, a playthrough that I complain a lot for is not gonna be fun. It really isn't. So, you know, I'm setting up like a barrier that's like, oh, like it's not super likely, but like it's possible. It's not impossible for it to happen. It could happen, but will it happen? Most likely not. But that's the point. The win situation is I don't get to play the game. I get to play games I actually enjoy or that I'm experiencing for the very first time. So, you know. Also, I did not complain for SMT5 like barely at all. SMT5 was like a really good game. Nocturne, there were a few instances. But SMT5, nah, dude. I just disagree with that. I didn't like the, what was it, the Kansu Ra fight? I didn't like the Kansu Ra fight. But like, other than that, I can't think of any instances where I just didn't like the game. The game was overall really good. So, that's just wrong.
There are 4 fields dotted across the land, located in different directions away from the Centropolis. You must ride your Synard to each one of these fields.
Fields?
Yes. Each field you encounter will have its own trial to overcome. If you cannot beat the trials, then you will be barred from proceeding any further.
Could you be a bit more specific?
Unfortunately, I can't tell you any more than that. The trials differ for every person who challenges them.
Oh. In other words, we won't know anything about them until we're actually there?
The Field of Wisdom is north of the Centropolis, and the Field of Might is to the northwest. Southeast lies the Field of Courage, and the Field of Love is in the skies to the northeast.
Field of Love. Wouldn't be a JRPG without the theme of love.
Allow me to give you this. This is called a rune code.
Do you know the Muffin Man? Sounds familiar, but no. Not off the top of my head.
What's that?
In order to prevent abuse, the 4 fields are usually kept locked in an offline state. This rune code is necessary to release the lock.
The rune code. Anyway, I rarely complained about SMT5. I didn't like Kansu Ra, and there were probably instances I wouldn't really call, people would call them complaining, I wouldn't though. Nocturne, there were probably a few, even though I don't think that playthrough was entirely negative. I still liked the game overall. Was it like one amazing? No, Nocturne wasn't amazing, but it was still a good game, so even that playthrough, it had more instances like that than 5 for sure, but like also, I don't think it was negative at all, so.
You should probably try to visit the Field of Wisdom first. That one is located on a pentagonal island north of the Centropolis. Also, I understand that the defenses guarding the Field of Love are extremely dangerous. It may be best to save that field for later, until you're sure your party is fully ready for what is awaiting you there.
Thanks, Mayor.
Ah, yes. One more thing. I have assembled the Nedian Defense Forces. They are stationed in the northeastern town of Laqua. If you ever need their services, feel free to consult with them at any time.
Certainly.
I have one final gift for you. Hopefully, it will help you in your journey.
combo link. Alright. So we got the 4 fields to take. We are not going to go do them right now. There is private action, side stuff I want to go take care of. Because as I said, we can do like everything in the game. Also, we have a good amount of full, but I'm not going to do any item creation stuff yet. Another thing is, this is like where the game is like... I'm not going to say exactly how much longer we have in the game. I'm just going to say this. We're not far from being done. We're over the halfway point, which you're probably like, oh, Nova, you're only 16 hours in the game. This game is short. It's pretty short. Star Ocean games are never really long. I feel like 3 is probably one of the longest. Maybe 4. 3 and 4 are probably the longest. This game is like as short, maybe a little longer than Star Ocean 5. Star Ocean 5 is also short. But this game is not very long. So we are over the halfway point. And this is the part of the game where item creation, you could do like everything with item creation. You can go crazy with item creation, do it all, make all the items in the game, get as overpowered as you want. I won't be doing all of that, but we are going to take a break from the main story, whether it's to watch private actions or to just use some item creation shenanigans. We'll also try making the ultimate weapon, or one of my favorite weapons for Claude, probably, is what we'll do. Do you want to buy Chisato's armor just to catch her up? Plate armor's the best. Oh, the stunner's for you as well. Might as well. There we go. Where do I want to start? I think I want to start with private actions because there are quite a few we can probably watch. There's also a secret town that the game doesn't take you to throughout the story. Let's have a bit of a break for now. Yeah, totally. There's also a secret town. I don't know if it's secret, but there's a town that the game doesn't take you to, and it takes place, I think the 10 Wise Men side quest takes place there, so we'll be sure to visit that before heading to the fields. And we'll also visit Fun City. Maybe we'll visit it briefly right now and do some of the Coliseum stuff. Plan seems to be highly advanced in both symbology. I think I talked to you already. I'm looking for private actions, because I think there are some. Maybe Chisato has one over at her news company or whatever. Opera? No, I talked to you already. First 100k would be used on DDS. Oh, Digital Devil Saga, I think is what that stands for, right? I've heard of those games, the PS2 ones. I'm not even thinking about SMT games because I have to play Overclocked and SMT4. Theoretically, both SMT4s, assuming I like 4, which, according to Raptor, I will. But I'll let the game speak for itself. Depending, Overclocked is first, obviously. But I've already, oh wait, hang on.
Hey, Leon, you mind if I interview you? I've got a great idea for a special feature. The secrets of Dr. Leon D.S. Guest, behind the genius.
Oh, this is gonna be something.
Sure, whatever.
All right, first question. As a scientist, what is your main goal right now?
Nothing in particular.
All right. Question 2. What made you decide to become a scientist?
My mom and dad were.
It wasn't originally your idea?
Not really. My parents were scientists, so it was a pretty easy decision.
Oh, you're one of those brats that your parents decide everything for you, huh?
You lead a pretty boring life, don't you?
I think it's just that you're asking me boring questions, lady. Why don't you ask me about something more interesting? Like some technical stuff instead.
What?
Ask for an interview.
Now, calm down, you two. How about I stand in for you, Leon? Oh, how nice. Chisato, guess Claude will be answering for me then.
I don't want to interview Claude. I'm here because I wanted your answers, Leon.
Yeah, but my answers are probably better. Also, dude, this voice still sounds really familiar. I feel like I can pinpoint it, but I can't.
Aw, man. Look, I'm busy right now, okay? See ya.
You didn't have to butt in there, Claude.
Why would I want to interview? Okay, whatever. I'm much better than Leon, that's why.